Why making $100 felt harder than making my first $1,000 in trading. Let me be honest with you. Making your first $100 in trading is harder than making $1,000. Not because of the market, not because of your strategy, but because of who you are when you're trying to make that first $100. Most people think, if I can just make $100, then I'll scale to $1,000 easily. But the truth is the opposite. The person trying to make $100 is usually the same person sabotaging the process. And until that changes, it will always feel harder than it should. Reality shift. Here's what nobody tells you. The difficulty in trading is not in the amount of money, it's in the level of emotional pressure attached to that money. When you're trying to make your first $100, you're desperate, you're impatient, you're uncertain. But when you eventually make $1,000, it's not because the market changed, it's because you did. You became calmer, more selective, more detached. So the real question is not, how do I make $100? It's, who do I need to become so that $100 becomes easy? Shift number 1. From pressure to patience. Before, every trade felt like it had to work. I would enter a trade thinking, this must make money. That pressure changed everything. I forced trades. I exited too early. I couldn't sit still. After, I removed urgency. I stopped meeting every trade to win, and suddenly, I could wait. Psychology behind it. When you attach pressure to outcomes, your brain shifts into survival mode. You're no longer thinking clearly, you're reacting, and reaction is the enemy of consistency. Example: a trader sees a setup forming. Before, he enters early, afraid of missing out. After, he waits for confirmation, even if it means missing the trade. That patience alone improves results. Shift number 2. From chasing money to executing process. Let me say something that might bother you. If your focus is money, you will struggle to make money. Before, I checked profit constantly. I measured success by how much I made daily. I felt emotional with every dollar. After, I focused only on execution. I judged myself based on discipline, not profit. Psychology behind it. The brain is wired to seek reward. When you focus on money, you override logic for dopamine. That leads to overtrading, revenge trading, and impulsive entries. Example: 2 traders take the same setup. Trader A focuses on profit, exits too early. Trader B focuses on process, lets the trade play out. Same setup, different mindset, different outcome. Shift number 3. From fear of loss to acceptance of loss. This is where it changes. Most traders are not trying to win, they're trying not to lose, and that fear creates hesitation. Before, I moved stop losses. I avoided taking valid setups. I held losing trades hoping they'd recover. After, I accepted losses as part of the game. I respected my stop loss. I executed without hesitation. Psychology behind it. Fear distorts perception. It makes small losses feel unbearable and big mistakes feel justifiable. Example: a trader risks $10. Before, he moves his stop to avoid losing it and ends up losing $50. After, he accepts the $10 loss and protects his capital. That's the difference between survival and destruction. Shift number 4. From random action to structured discipline. Before, my trading was inconsistent. Some days I followed rules, other days I didn't. I relied on how I felt. After, I became structured. Same process, same rules, every single day. Psychology behind it. Humans love variety, but trading rewards repetition. Discipline is not exciting, but it's what creates results. Example: before, a trader takes 10 random trades. After, he takes 2 high-quality trades. Less action, more precision. Shift number 5. From identity of a beginner to identity of a professional. Let me be honest again. You don't trade like a professional because you don't see yourself as one. Before, I felt like I was trying to figure it out. I lacked confidence. I doubted every decision. After, I saw myself as a disciplined trader. I trusted my process. I accepted uncertainty. Psychology behind it. Your identity drives your behavior. If you see yourself as inconsistent, you will act inconsistently. If you see yourself as disciplined, you will act accordingly. Let me tell you a story. There was a time I couldn't make $100 consistently. Every week felt like a struggle. One day I made $50, next day I lost $80. It felt like I was stuck. Then something interesting happened. I stopped focusing on money completely. For 2 weeks, I didn't care about profit. I only tracked, did I follow my rules? Did I take valid setups? Did I manage risk properly? That was it. At first, it felt strange, like I wasn't progressing. But then, slowly, my trades became cleaner. My emotions became quieter. And one day, I checked my account. I had made over $1,000. Not by chasing it, but by becoming the kind of person who could handle it. That's when I understood. It was never about the $100. It was about who I was when trying to make it. Let me ask you something. Right now, are you chasing money or are you building discipline? Be honest, because that answer will determine everything. If this is hitting you, comment below, discipline over profit. Not for me, but as a reminder to yourself. And if you're serious about changing, like the video and stay connected, because this journey is not about quick wins, it's about long-term transformation. Here's the truth you need to accept. You don't become profitable by making more money. You become profitable by becoming someone who can wait, can lose without emotional reaction, and can follow rules without exception. That person already exists within you, but right now, you're still operating from your old identity. The impatient one, the emotional one, the reactive one. And until that changes, the results won't. So, let me leave you with this. You're not struggling because trading is hard. You're struggling because you're still becoming. And that's okay, because once the shift happens, everything becomes easier. Not instantly, but naturally. So stop chasing $100. Start building the discipline that makes $100 inevitable. Because the moment you become the right trader, money stops being the goal. It becomes the result. And if you felt stuck, if you felt like you're close but not quite there, you're closer than you think. Just don't rush the process. Master it.